You think talent alone makes you great? It doesn't. Talent can win you a game, maybe even a season, but mindset wins you a career. I've seen too many players with all the gifts in the world disappear because they believed they had already arrived. The truth is simple. If you stop learning, you stop growing, and if you stop growing, you start losing. When I came into the league, I wasn't the best shooter, I wasn't the strongest, and I definitely wasn't the smartest player on the floor. What set me apart was the obsession to learn, to adjust, to evolve every single day. I treated every practice like a classroom, every opponent like a teacher, and every failure like an exam I had to retake until I passed. That's the growth mindset. It means never letting your ego get louder than your curiosity. It means admitting you don't know everything and being hungry enough to close that gap. Think about it. When you miss a shot, you can blame the ball, the ref, or your teammate, or you can ask, what can I do differently next time? That question changes everything. A growth mindset doesn't settle. It sees a turnover and says, I'll tighten my handle. It sees a bad defensive possession and says, I'll study the tape until I know the angle better than anyone. It sees a rival outperform you and says, I'll train until that gap is gone. The ones who last in this game, the ones who dominate, they never see themselves as finished products. I never did. People talk about the championships, but I talk about the years before them. The years where I was getting knocked down by the Pistons, where I was lifting in the weight room, studying, tweaking my shot, building my body and my mind for what was ahead. That was growth. That was mindset. Without it, I wouldn't have 6 rings. Too many players think that losing is the end. I thought losing was data. Every defeat gave me answers I couldn't get in a win. That's why I embraced it. That's why I welcome the challenge of failing and trying again. A fixed mindset says, I am who I am. A growth mindset says, I can become more. Which one do you think creates champions? Your ceiling is built by your mindset, not your talent. And here's the secret. That ceiling keeps rising as long as you're willing to keep learning. The moment you think you learn enough is the moment your career starts to decline. Look at the legends who played long past their prime and still made an impact. They weren't the fastest anymore. They weren't the strongest, but their growth mindset let them adapt, reinvent, and still dominate. That's the playbook. You don't stay the same. You don't cling to who you were. You evolve into who you need to be next. Ask yourself every single day, what can I add to my game? What can I sharpen? What can I understand that I didn't yesterday? That is how you outperform yourself and everyone else. Greatness isn't a moment, it's a mindset. So if you want to go further than talent, if you want to break through barriers, if you want to create a legacy, you better embrace growth because you'll never outperform without it.